Yes.
We just checked the ICU records.
Hmm.
Solomon Walker got checked into the ICU, and then that same day, escaped the ICU.
He ran
Mm-hmm.
out.
So whatever he told you guys was bullshit.
He lied about being in there for a month or so.
And the thing is, if you guys press
So he
him
seemed
about it,
off
he's
for a
gonna.
reason.
Yeah.
I met up with him last night, one-on-one, and asked
Yeah.
him to his face if he had any involvement. And he told me he didn't. And he told me that he told me he knew where it was and knew about it, and also knew that people were scouting it out, and didn't say anything because of what happened between him and Batar.
That really did lose the bench. There is no one to blame.
But there was, you could definitely tell that something was like off when speaking to him, because it didn't make any sense to me how he was kind of seemed like he didn't really have any beef. But
You
I
know what
kind of assumed that he would be a bit more like betrayed by the group in general, because you are. Although it was you who did it, it was still like a somewhat a Mandem thing.
I mean, Denzel was there too, so like it was like a quote unquote, if you look at it like that. But the other thing is, the story he told you guys makes no sense for me shooting him, which is what I was telling Steve, because he told you guys like a nonchalant, oh, I didn't press about the bench again, because the part he left out was he was like, I'm leaving forever, I'm never coming back, Petar. So at least be honest with me this time and tell me the truth. Pressing about the bench again. And I told him, no, like there's nothing I'm hiding for you, this or that. And he's like, I guess we're not friends. And then I'm like, okay, I guess we're not friends. And
So
he stormed off.
So when you say that he said, like, tell me the truth. To
Yeah,
us,
like the
you said
elephant.
that the question you was asking is if you guys had a problem.
That was
And he
two
was trying to
different
find out the
conversations.
truth.
So there was that conversation at first.
Yeah.
And then he said, okay, I'm gonna be gone for forever. This is like the last time I'm seeing you. So I'm hoping we could squash the elephant in the room, and you can be honest with me one last time. And that was hinting at the bench. And I didn't tell him anything about it. And he's like, oh, I guess we're not friends. And then he stormed off. So then I talked to Denzel. I'm like, give me a reason not to shoot him.
Wait, Denzel was there?
Yeah. But I don't remember if it was a private conversation with me and Solomon, or if Denzel heard the conversation. That part I can't remember.
What?
So he walked off, and I told Denzel, give me a reason not to shoot him. And I thought about it for like 10 seconds. I texted him. We're not friends, I guess. And then I shot him in the head. And then I drove his car on him, blew that shit up on him, hoping he'd die.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some fishy shit though.
Apparently he was in there for months, but apparently he ran out. Apparently he knew people were scouting it, but never told us.
Even just the time that he's re-emerged is a little concerning.
The thing is, all of a sudden he comes back. First day he's back in Los Santos. He knows about the bench when like there's still people in our gang that don't know that we've lost it.
He's been back
in my
for a little
opinion,
bit.
it's too much. What's that?
Wait, didn't we see him last week?
No, he texted me 8 days ago. I didn't know it was him at the time. He was texting me on a burner, but
it's just weird that the sudden you emerge, you know, like the Mandem's deepest, darkest secret, you know?
One weird thing was I asked him who told him, and he said the street speak. And he wouldn't answer the question. I asked him twice, and he just wouldn't.
I asked him that in the one-on-one, and he said he can't remember exactly. He had 2 or 3 people tell him.
And he can't remember one of them?
Tell him.
Yeah.
The Saints wouldn't tell him because the Saints want to be super secret about that.
I mean, are we sure about that though? Are we sure that they're being super secret about it?
Yeah, no, 100%.
He also asked about the situation with T almost immediately.
The thing is, Solomon's always known when to ask certain questions. Even when we were going through our family troubles, he'd always be smart to ask certain questions, you know? So he's not a dumb guy. He knows how to whittle his way into people's lives and ask the right questions.
That
you
is
know?
both disappointing.
So do you guys think he spoke to T?
No, it isn't.
I don't know, but timing wise, it lines up. I would just like arm's length it. You can't trust him right now, realistically. There's gonna be like, and this is something that I was told, we need to go public to a certain extent with what's going on. Not
'cause
like
he-
the ins and outs, but just T being gone and like me being leader, I guess, if that matters.
It does matter.
We
You
need
need to
that.
wear it with pride, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's what we can do because we need that out. Because the only thing that I'm predicting is I think we're gonna be seeing over the next few weeks who was with T and who was really with the Mandem. And I think a lot of the city, as we're more than aware, is probably gonna say that their connection was with T.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to fucking. If it gets brought up, anyone asks, just say, yeah, T's no longer Mandem. I'm the leader. Don't need to give them the ins and outs of the situation.
Yeah. Just,
But just
T is not
bring that
Mandem,
up,
boom.
and then we'll see where people's loyalties are at. But just expect it from anyone.
Yeah, because when Solomon brought it to you last night, he knew the answer because Vince had
Yeah,
been
he did.
Vince had been beefing T on Twitter publicly. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told Vince to chill with that. He said my bad, so he didn't really clock we were. But I mean, we need
but
to
it's-
get
at
everyone
that point, when
together
you're
and agree on a narrative of how we're taking it because everyone's in a different mindset of some people are beefing on Twitter and some people are denying that he's not even leader, you know?
We can put it on the newsletter to if it's asked, T is just not a member. New leader. Anyone else asks any questions, we can literally just say we don't really want to talk about it. It's personal stuff.
I mean, it's none
Like,
of
you
their
just-
business
it's
otherwise.
none of their business, exactly.